I decided to do a little shop tour for two purposes. Sort of wanted to show you guys where I live and where I do my work, and also I needed to document some things for insurance purposes. What you're looking at there is a hangar door. This used to be a hangar I built when I built 4 aircraft in here before I started wood turning. I believe that was my last hobby before I started that. Well, this is the last full-blown aircraft I built in here. This is a Zenith 701 with a Volkswagen engine and tons of mods. I sold it before I started wood turning. I never liked flying. And this is an RAF 2000 gyro plane. This particular one I built, I think I built 3 of these. This is a Grand Champion 2001. In other words, the best one in the United States. Walk around, here's the side by side. I'm currently working on it a little bit. I'm going to install a winch in the back. And we come over here, and in the corner there's a acetylene rig right there. Oxygen and acetylene, and underneath that tarp is a plasma cutter and a little Harbor Freight generator. There's my big generator on the cart. That's in case electricity goes down. I can put it behind the four-wheeler and drag it over by the house and run the cord. And I got electricity till electricity comes back. Doesn't go out very often here, but sometimes we get ice storms and stuff. The big old chicken house fan that I use for cooling this place down. And we walk over here. This is my laser on a table that I built out of a treadmill, believe it or not. That's junk in the floor and got blown off. So get out of the way. A 12-inch planer. This is a 12-inch disc sander. Over there under that, that's a reciprocating sander, one of those that moves stuff up and down. There's a 12-inch chop saw. That's a router table I built with a router in it. That's my old Craftsman bandsaw, 12-inch bandsaw. I've had that for many a year. And over there you can see that's my new saw. That's a Grizzly. That's 17-inch. That's a Hoss, my friends. And we walk over here. I still have another bandsaw. That's my little Harbor Freight bandsaw. And it's a pretty nice little bandsaw. It actually worked quite well for doing small things. This is I don't even know what you call this thing. It's like a jigsaw upside down. Really works good for like cutting circles out of stuff and stuff like that. And there's a little Harbor Freight sander without paper on it, and that's a scroll saw right there. So that's all that's about over here on this side. One of my stoves for keeping the place warm. And I got double doors here. I can bring my side-by-side and four-wheeler in here if I want to. We go over here to what I know you guys are more interested in. So right here on the wall, I've got all my different sawdust collection. If I turn a different kind of wood, I collect sawdust or shavings of that kind of wood, and I keep them here. You never know when I'm going to need them. This is a collection of tools back here, chisels, all different kinds. I mostly use carbide tools, and you guys that watch me will know that. You come overhead up here, and I've got a room filter there. There's a dust collector there. And of course, this is my big boy. It's a Grizzly G0800. It has a 24-inch swing, 48-inch bed, 3 horsepower. And this is a Hoss too, my friends. This is one nice lathe. I believe the value of this, including shipping, was around $3,800. And over here is just a shelf with stuff on it, you know, different sealers and paints and stuff. Over here you see I've got, you know, chucks on the walls and tables. And there's my low-speed grinder for sharpening. I've got the jigs and all that kind of stuff for sharpening. I avoid sharpening unless I have to. That's the main reason I don't use a whole bunch of gouges and skews and stuff. I don't like sharpening. And I got another table over here. This is sort of a work table. There's a junk table here, just sandpaper, and this is sort of a catch-all. Over here I got all my pen stuff. I used to turn pens a lot, I don't anymore. There's some of the blanks in there, and you know, different glues and stuff. There's some more blanks and just left over here and there, you know. Here's like that's walnut. That would make a nice pen blank. And here's some that I poured up a while back. I had to turn them to know what they look like. And that's a piece of spalted something or other, and so forth. There's a couple in here that I made a while back. Like I said before, oops, I very seldom, almost never turn a pen anymore. See, that's full of pen kits right there. I even think there's some other kind of kits in there. There's a pizza cutter, and I was heavy into pens and stuff. Until I got bored, then I moved on to bigger and better things. Chainsaws down here. I got 3 of them. I got my little electric saw, and that's a steel. What is it? I don't know. 16-inch bar, and that's my Husqvarna that's almost due. I think you probably got about $500 worth of saws there. And what you look at here is just a bunch of drawers that I got way back when I worked at this place, and they were throwing them in the dumpster. And I said, "Whoa, don't throw those away." They used to hold what they called IBM cards, and for sort of a tub file. You go look up somebody and you go in there. You know, that's a long, long time ago. So we'll go back into the old part of the shop. I built this when I first built this house. And there's my drill press. It's here again. It's an older Craftsman. Works just fine. Now in here, what you see now, that's a Shopmaster. It's a metal lathe. Has a milling head and a drill press, all built into one. It's computerized. You can do lots of things. I don't do very much. I think. When I bought this, it was about 6-7 years ago. I believe it was around $4,500, which is amazing considering everything it does compared to buying a wood lathe. It does very little, actually. You stop and think about a wood lathe, all it does is turn one way or another, and low speed, high speed. That's it. End of discussion. Now this thing right here got low speed, high speed, computerized, has a motorized table, a motorized drill press, milling head. Got lots of programs in the computer where, you know, you can do circles and all kinds of stuff. That's an indexing thing there. And under this right here, I've got a grinder that is, let me get that off. That's made for sharpening end mills. Works real well. And when I made knives, I built this when I made knives. And there's a bunch of old belts. So we come around here a little bit. This is my office, I guess. I have a FFL for selling firearms. I don't sell very many. With the advent of big box stores, people can buy them cheaper than I can from wholesalers. So, you know, that's sort of dead. And this used to be my office, and I just use it now for a place. And there you see there's gun safe and a couple of my deer heads and goat and stuff like that on the walls down there. Over here, I've got, you know, some of my work, and about all I have left, really. I'll get the rest of it away. Down here I got wood. different kinds, you know, all sealed and ready to do something. If I so desire, old gun rack I made in the 7th grade. Oh, and there's a hornet's nest. You want to stay away from them if you find them in the woods. We come out here, now that long table, that's a 12-foot table. I used to build wings for airplanes on that. It's totally flat and level and all that kind of stuff. I like to use old refrigerators to store things in. They're very, very handy. They keep things somewhat organized. They keep the varmints out of it, and they keep them, you know, somewhat clean. I mean, these are, I think these are mostly junk here. That's some, you know, rubber gloves and some fiberglass and stuff. And when I used to make fiberglass aircraft parts, just different stuff, you know. There's a pneumatic riveter and tape and all kinds of stuff in there. Just stuff over the years. So there's a chainsaw sharpener. This is a grinder for sharpening carbide stuff and high-speed steel for like you know, cutting bits and stuff on the metal sharpener. Would probably do a real good job on chisels if I wanted to use it. It has a water supply here to keep it cool. Okay, that's a rest I just made for a friend of mine. Do a little horse trading. Gonna get me a big old board of walnut for that. And we're moving along. Over here's sort of my computer corner. I just have an old desktop computer. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's a big old buck lives on my property down in South Arkansas one night. Television. Oh, just all kinds of stuff. I always got something going. I think that's what keeps me going. Here's a Harbor Freight winch I bought. This is one of them cheap winches for $49, remote control. You know, if you can't rewire them, don't buy one, because their remote control sucks, and it uses a special battery. It doesn't use your normal like wash around battery. It uses some little old long battery, and I haven't seen one anywhere else. Plus, you know, it has no alternative other than the remote control. So if you get out there in the woods and you get stuck and your battery's down on your remote control, you're still stuck. So basically, I'm rewiring this. This is a double pole, double throw center off switch. And I went and got me some primary wire. I'm gonna wire this. It's gonna go in the bed of my side by side for dragging deer up into it. Last year I killed an old deer, and I like to never got it in the back of the side by side by myself. And you know, that's what it is. This is a Miller wire welder. I use that quite a bit. Over here you'll see that's a press right there. It's a 3-ton press, and I adapted it for pressing kydex when I was making gun holsters and stuff like that. That's also what that toaster oven's about. And there's my pressure pot, dartboard, which I never use anymore, and just a junk corner, nuts and bolts and stuff like that. There's my air hose. I have a little kitchen back here. Electric stove, sink, hot water. I actually could live out here. There's a microwave up there. And I keep all my food stuff in there. It's all sealed and locked up. And dishes and stuff. There's Brandy's dog feeder. And here's that's a full-blown bathroom. And my refrigerator. That's about it inside, guys. Walk out back here. An old junk pile out here that I used to use to collect metal. I got a bunch of angle iron and stuff like that my nephew gave me. Here's a nice stack of wood. There's what you're looking at is hickory, and that one standing up, that's walnut. I believe that's white oak and red oak. And way over there, you see that pile behind the tractor shed? That's cedar, gum, and white oak. And you go way over there on the side. I don't know if you can see it or not. See where that pallet's laying down? Well, there's some red oak crotches on there and a couple great big old logs of walnut. Walk over there. One of these days I'm going to take this old pallet apart and try to make something out of a pallet. I think that would be fun. And over here now you can see these big old walnut logs a little better. Yep, that's walnut, guys. Lots of it. I have a very good friend that owns a sawmill in South Arkansas. Wood is a zero problem. There's my mower. There's my four-wheeler. More junk. A supply of extra wood right there. Swing around there. There's my grandson's tree house I built a couple of years ago. There's a deer feeder. We have 8 or 9 deer every afternoon. And that's about it, guys. Up there's the back of the house. All of this is out of the view of the back of the house, or he wouldn't be here because my wife wouldn't stand for it. There we go. There's my big compressor out back. That hump right there you see, and that's a storm shelter. So, this is where I stays. Probably half of my life has been in this place. Wouldn't have it no other way. Thank you very much. If you like what I do, subscribe. Call your mama. Take care of yourself. Tell your friends. Keep them whirling. Bye-bye.